What's up, everybody? A Sparrow with a Gun here from Sleepless Nights with another episode on the Space Engineers Inspiration series. We're starting things off today with the Rattlesnake Flak Destroyer. I think I got that right. So, this is actually a pretty cool designed ship. I always bring this up, that when things aren't modded, it always surprises me what some people can actually come up with in terms of creativity. So this is designed to be a quick combat warship type thing, though it does say in the description that it probably would not work well against other warships because its weaponry is not designed to punch through heavy armor, but for smaller ships and things like that. You can see it's got a lot of chain gun turrets, missile turrets, things like that. So that makes it pretty interesting because it's actually a bigger ship designed to fight smaller ships, which is a kind of interesting to me. Normally you don't typically see that because the bigger the ship, the less maneuverable. So I'm kind of curious to see how its gyroscopes and stuff do and how maneuverable it actually is if it's supposed to take on small ships. So, but overall, the exterior, I like a lot of the sleek designs and stuff. I don't know what it's actually called, but it's kind of, I kind of call it like that Normandy style from Mass Effect, where you got the long nose and like the little arms and stuff like that. I think that's pretty cool. Now if I could just find the door. I haven't had to do a door timer in a long time. Don't break the mold. Oh, there it is. I figured there was only so many places it could be. This is kind of neat too, of the use of a upside down ramp as a platform type of thing. That's a neat idea. Okay, looks like we got an airlock. I don't know if this is run by scripts or not. Looks like it might be, but that might be an automated script, I'm not sure. So here's all the gyroscopes from the looks of things, and that might do it. That's quite a few of them. So that could actually make it pretty nimble. Down here, it looks like we have a med bay. I don't know where all of this goes. This is interesting. This could be the main bridge, I guess. Doesn't say it's not. And you got our location readout and jump drives and reactors, so that might be the main control. The programmable blocks and stuff makes me wonder, though. That could be like a script room type thing. Let's see, what else do we have here? Conveyor system, hydrogen tanks, oxygen tanks, cargo used in hydrogen and oxygen tank readouts, control panel for both generators. I guess you can come down here for maintenance on the generators. I'm gonna assume... Okay, so the doors are automated in that regard. I'm going to assume it's the same on this side. Yeah, thought so. We have more programmable blocks and a vent here, but you actually do go down. That's interesting. Typically with most interior ship designs, I say that because, you know, there's no real rule book or anything, but typically the higher up you go, the more like main platform, main tunnel you get. Or main corridor, I guess, is probably more accurate. There's the gravity generator. Looks like a couple of small reactors. I'm surprised it's not using a large, unless I missed it. There's the jump drives. More gyroscopes. Cryo chambers. So that's actually a pretty decent crew size if that's your cryo chambers there. Timer block, what are these, cargo? Yeah, cargo containers. Vent, so it doesn't go anywhere from there. That's pretty cool. Seems to be pretty... What is that? Besides a graphical glitch? First I was like, wait a minute. Ooh. That's weird. That's really weird. For an unmodded to have graphical tearing glitches. That's weird. Yeah, more reactors over here. I am kind of surprised. Okay, and I just clipped through the wall. What the heck? What is going on here? What just happened? Okay. Well, that was different. Don't know what that was about. All I did was try to look over the rail. Goodness. I started to say, though, I am somewhat surprised by all of the small reactors rather than making use of a couple of large ones. I would have thought that would have been more efficient, but I guess not. Okay, so this is basically a pure reactor room then, and that console area we saw before does, I guess, intend to be the main bridge. That's surprising. I rarely see bridges on the bottom of the ship. I mean, not that that's, like I said, there's no real rule book or anything, but that's just different. Okay, so we've got turret and, well, missile and Gatling turret controls, hydrogen thrusters, the flight assist computer, jump drive, timer block for auto repair, cameras, makes sense since we don't have any windows, and flight assist. Okay, so let's run through the cameras real quick. We've got front, rear, port, starboard, dorsal, ventral. I think that's it. So that's basically how you're supposed to fly. Obviously, we have our third-person camera that you can use. So speed and everything's pretty good. And maneuverability does seem to be pretty nimble for as big as the ship is. So combine that with your turrets and activating them and their range of fire and stuff, it should be pretty decent at taking out small ships and stuff. So yeah, really cool overall. I think that's going to do it for this one, so let's move on to the next one. Okay, so next up we have the... I'm going to totally butcher this. I'm going to say Scylla? Scylla? I don't know how it's supposed to be pronounced. Command courier. So basically, from what I read in the description, this is basically supposed to be a drone control command cruiser type ship that floats out in orbit and controls different drone fighters. Now, I don't think I had the drone blueprints, so I don't know if they're supposed to be in the hangars or if they're supposed to be empty or not. If they are not supposed to be empty, that's my bad. Because there was a link in the description of this build for another, I think it was a vampire drone class ship or something like that. So I'm assuming that's the drones that are supposed to be in the ship, but I don't know if it was supposed to come empty or not. Anyways, so its main purpose is to transport and remotely control drones from what I understand. But like most of my builds that I pick for this series, it mainly just caught my eye because it looked really cool. Has very nice, sleek, and modern look to it. I like the glass cockpit as well. It's kind of cool. Though, one thing that's interesting is I gotta get in there and see how they've laid out the bridge, because that looks different. It looks like they might have used a small ship grid for a HUD. And this is also a vanilla build as well. I'm actually been really surprised lately, like really surprised, at how many builds lately have been vanilla. With the advent of all the different mods that are out there now, and they keep making new ones. I'm kind of surprised by a lot of the main, most popular builds for the week on the workshop have all been like vanilla builds, and I'm not really sure what the reasoning behind that was. Whoa, that's a steep staircase. Okay, so this probably leads into the bridge, yeah. We'll do that last, because I would like to test and see how the ship actually flies. Or I could read the signs. You know, medbay, CIC, flight bridge, engineering, and airlocks. Oh, there's stuff up there, too. It's the only problem with some of the sign placements. So here's the medical bay. Overlooking the flight bridge. That's kind of interesting. That way, I guess if your captain gets hurt, you can keep barking orders. No, that's my only thing with some of these panel signs, is it's like... It kind of makes it look like you should be able to get to the CIC from here, and I don't think that's the case. But it's really hard to do signs properly, like with accurate directions and stuff. Flight bridge, airlocks, medbay, so what goes this way? I have no idea. Oh! Oh! My, oh my, oh my. This I need to... Ooh, I need to look at this. This is interesting. So we've got a large rotor base, a small rotor head, which makes a small grid, but it's suspended with timer blocks and a programmable block to rotate the screen. How cool is that? Sorry. I know. I'm one of those that, like, yeah, the ship looks really amazing, and then I get hung up on how they do little LCD screens and stuff, so it's the programmer in me. I can't help it. Okay. What is with this lately? I keep getting stuck on things. Okay, so this is probably going to bring us back around. Okay. Yeah, this is where we went down. We went... Or did we go this way? Okay, not gonna lie, a little lost. Oh wait, this is the main door. Okay. Ooh, getting a little turned around. That's right, we went up. Okay, now I got my bearings again. That was weird. It's the problem when everything connects. You end up just all screwed around. I went through the doors too fast or something, because now that... Oh, wait, there it goes. Weird. Okay, so drone control rooms and crew quarters. This must be... crew? Windows. Yeah, because that would be like bunks, so this is probably one of the crew quarters. What do we got? What do we got here? Reactors, batteries, input, output... This looks like crew quarters, though. I wonder why that displays there. I wonder if it's based on the doors. Like what doors are open and closed. I don't know. I can't get a read on how the signs are set up. This is probably drone control. Okay, so each one of these seats is probably for a controller, maybe? Interesting. Curious. I would have thought those were for controls for the drones. Maybe not. Okay, one interesting thing is it doesn't go any further back. I was expecting another room or something. Unless I just went... Oh, there's a spot where we were supposed to go down, isn't there? Gosh, there's so many doors. Can't keep track. Okay, seriously, let me down. Okay, yeah, we didn't go this way. This is going to lead us to the hangars. Okay. And there are a bunch of laser antennas. I will be fully honest, I really don't know what the difference between laser antennas are. I know there's something that makes them different, but I don't know what they're for. But I do know that this ship is set up to have a bunch of them in order to help control the drones, I guess. So there's hangar doors, and then you could release the drones, I'm assuming, but where do you control the drones from? Okay, so this leads you out into the hangar for actually getting in the ships or maintenance or something, I don't know. Door ping pong. Port hangar access. Caution unpressurized. Okay, and then we've got our hydrogen tanks. So here's all the hangar access points. Ooh, this is kind of cool. This makes me feel like it's something out of Star Trek. Alright, let's see what's in the back here. Anything? No, not really. This is all just cargo containers. Hydrogen tank. So, yeah, I don't know how you would do it. But yeah, the drone control has to be... Yeah, that has to be where we were. That's gotta be drone control. The consoles just might not have been set up to use it, I guess. And this must be CIC, right? Maybe? Maybe? See if I can get a... Oh, here we go. Here's something. Timer, port bay, laser deployment. Yeah, okay, so here's... This is probably CIC, because it's weapons, thrusters, gravity. It's not like flight controls, it's all the ship option controls, so I'm guessing that was... Oh, wait, no. Must be engineering, then. I'm confused. I think that must have been engineering. So CIC is this way? Wait, no, that's... I don't know. I don't know. Signs confuse me. Leave me alone. This is definitely the flight bridge, though. No arguments there. Timer, hangars... So that's drone controls for hangars. I think. Maybe. This is really neat. Gravity stabilizer. That's a really cool way of doing this stuff, though, is the rotors with a small rotor head, and then it lets you, like, rotate the LCD panels. I love rotating LCD screens. It's so cool. Okay, what are you? Port bay. So that's the laser deployment. My guess would be one of these is technically supposed to be the flight control, or that main... Well, no, this said it was flight bridge, so one of these has to be the main... Or they all are. Maybe they all are. Interesting. Okay, so this one's definitely a cruiser because it's kind of slow on the... It actually turns really good, though, for a cruiser. The acceleration's a little low, but that's to be expected. It's not low for a cruiser, it's just slow for most any ship, but cruiser-wise, that's normal. But I'm very surprised that the turning radius is actually really good for something, for this big of a ship. Anyways, once again, I think we've wrapped this one up, so let's move on to the last one. Okay, and last up we have the ITD Manticore Transport. I think I got that right. I'm not even gonna lie. This one I picked mainly just because it looked freaking cool. I don't know... We might have to activate the lights? Or are they already active? I don't think they're active. I think they're off. The screenshot, though, looked cool with the lights on. All those white panels light up once we turn the lights on, which is really cool looking. Definitely thought it was really neat, though. It was a really cool design. You got this neato pyramid type triangle shape in the front. I say pyramid just because of the side panels. It kind of looks like it's climbing up towards a pyramid, but really it's more of like a Star Destroyer triangle type point. Really cool looking, love it. But then you got these like arms on the side, which is different. It's just very different. From the description, it was designed to transport, go figure. The way it put it was a lot of ships or cargo. So I guess it's just supposed to transport everything. Anything and everything. Just a big transport ship. And that's kind of made apparent by the lack of weapons. You can tell there's really no guns on it or anything, so it's definitely primarily a transport ship. Which is perfectly fine, because it looks like the coolest transport ship I've seen in a long time. I mean, most transport ships, not necessarily in Space Engineers, but in sci-fi in general, most transport ships tend to look like, you know, big cars. Or, I mean, big trucks. It's like they don't look pretty, they're just there to do a job. So, obviously, now this is interesting to me. Because you have connection ports for ships that you like could bring in a dock, but I don't know where these... What is that? Oh, beacon. Beacon behind glass. I don't know where these hangar doors open up from, because it didn't look like there was any visible areas. Let's do left side, bottom right. That's the closest to us. Where does this come out at on the ship? Oh, it doesn't. Eh? How do you get a ship in here, though? That's literally what confused. Well, okay, I guess you could go in this way. This is a big door just for a person. Maybe. Is that what we're going for? You get little fighters and stuff through there? Maybe? Maybe they'd fit. Left side, bottom right. Wait a minute. Door, lights. Ah. And lights? Oh, okay. That's cool. Alright, so bottom right bay. Bottom left bay. Yeah, like, overall, the design is pretty slick. I just don't know how you get a ship in here. We got the oxygen generators over there, it looks like. Jump drives, batteries, hydrogen tanks. Oxygen's on that side, I guess. And then those are cargo? I don't see any. What is that over there? Oh, that's some pathway. That's the cargo containers over there. Up, right side, top hangars, and bridge down, right side, bottom hangar. So we don't really need to go to the bottom. Reactor access, refinery and assembly, gyroscope, mass cargo, and medbay access through there. What goes over this way? Left side, top hangars, gyroscope access, mass cargo, and antennas. Top right bay, but then... okay. Oh, I get it. So this leads to the bay, but in between the bay, you get this here. That's cool. So let's go check that out. Gyroscope, mass cargo, and antenna. This is pretty well laid out, too. I mean, you got... I like how everything's behind glass and stuff. That's kind of cool. Makes it feel kind of like a legit ship, how they would keep everything sealed. Although, I would suspect that in like an actual sci-fi that would be a door for maintenance or something like that. This, I forget what this said it was. Cargo? Mass cargo? Oh wow, yeah, it's got a ton of cargo containers, and as big as those would hold a crap load of stuff. And that's like thruster access, I guess. Yeah, that's a lot of storage, especially since it has one on the other side, I'm betting, too. So, I don't think you'd run out of storage room on a ship like this. This I could see actually being a pretty decent survival ship. Antenna, for some kind of survival playthrough where you didn't have, like, the cargo ships and the pirates and different encounters and stuff set up. I would assume up to right side, top hangars, and bridge is up, so we didn't go this way. Reactor room is left. Got the jump drives. Ooh! That's pretty neat. I've never really seen it laid out like that before. That's pretty cool. I like it. I will say that. Mine that I was building, or am building, rather, on my current Let's Build type series, this is not where we were before. So this is the refinery and assembly area. I like how mine's turning out, and I like the whole trying to make it all-purpose ship, but I will admit I do kind of miss stuff like this where it has a little more room to breathe. We already looked at gyroscope. Up is medbay, left is mass cargo, which we already looked at, so let's just go up to the medbay. So we have cryo chambers. Oh, there's the medbay. Oh, that's kind of cool, putting a catwalk over the top. I like it. Then you have the view. Where's the bridge, though? I missed that sign somewhere. Up is medbay, right's gyroscope, so it's not in this branch. Main hub, medbay. So is it? No, that's refinery and assembly. Oh, wait a minute. I went down a different door. Duh. Bridge was up here. I thought I went up this way. Okay, top left bay. Top right bay and bridge. So that's interesting. Okay. Bridge, oh bridge, wherefore art thou, bridge? Okay. That's the gravity chamber. Ah, here we go. Ooh. Really cool looking. Love it. Main hangar door. Hangar lights. Flood. I can't read it. Floodlight top, floodlight bottom. That's what we wanted. There we go. That looks awesome. Is this the same? Beacon, antenna, floodlight, floodlight. Okay, and we've got hydrogen engines, floodlights, and hangar doors. Let's go ahead and turn the hydrogen ones on. Look at that! That is so cool. Love it. I like all the lighting. The lighting on here is awesome looking. Definitely love that. Alright, so with the hydrogen engines, let's test the speed. I imagine you'd have to use these suckers for as much weight as this thing is. So acceleration's not bad for the speed, I mean for the size of it, for the mass. And turning's a little slower than the other two we looked at today, but again, this is the biggest mass ship we've looked at, so all things considered, it actually moves really good. It's actually not that bad. But yeah, love the lighting. Lighting and design was kind of the biggest reasons I picked this one, because it just looks unique and has some really cool light effects. So on that note, I think we're going to wrap things up for this episode. I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, and I will see you all next time. Peace.